Welcome to a very special E3 edition of Tuesday Newsday. I'm your host, Jack Frost, and as you all know, this past weekend was the E3 online event, where we got to look at a ton of interesting releases coming up. A quick disclaimer before we do begin, I'll be focusing mainly on new releases of major companies and big releases, and not on updates for already released games, like Rainbow Six Siege getting a new operator, because there was so much information released this E3 I couldn't fit it all into one video. So let's hop right in. E3 2021 started out on June 12th this past Saturday, and I'll be covering Ubisoft with their Ubisoft Forward, moving on to the Xbox and Bethesda Showcase, and finishing with the Nintendo Showcase. Starting out with Ubisoft Forward is Rainbow Six Extraction. Rainbow Six Extraction is a standalone game built upon Rainbow Six Siege as its base. You'll play alone or together in a team of up to 3 people in order to complete missions in a world that has been completely taken over by a virus which gives birth to aliens known as Archeans. You are tasked with a plethora of different objectives to complete, where you'll begin in a starting area that isn't too hard, but as you progress through objectives and head to new areas further in, the difficulty increases dramatically. Rescuing operators who have gone MIA to unlock new characters to play, researching the Archeans, destroying nests, and fighting boss enemies are only a few of the many objectives you can complete along with your friends when it releases later this year, September 16th, 2021. Next up is Riders Republic. Riders Republic is a massively multiplayer community-driven game where you can participate in an avalanche of diverse activities like snowboarding, biking, gliding, parachuting, and a ton more. With up to 50 different players simultaneously playing together on screen, you can play with all your friends and more in different regions of a huge map, including iconic locations like Bryce Canyon, Yosemite Valley, Zion, Mammoth Mountain, Grand Teton, and much, much more. With 6 different career progressions, solo and PvP play, and a ton of different game modes and competitions, there is so much to do and explore it boggles the mind. Releasing on September 2nd, 2021. Just Dance is back, and this time with all new dancers and a huge library of 40 different songs, ranging from chart-topping to greatest classics. Unfortunately, if you want access to the over 700 other tracks to dance to, you need to pay a subscription fee starting at $3 for 24-hour access, $4 for 1 month access, $10 for 3 months, and $25 for 1 year of access to Just Dance Unlimited, releasing in November. Next up is the Xbox Bethesda Showcase, starting with Forza Horizon 5. Forza Horizon 5 was announced this past weekend, being the next installment in the series, with absolutely beautiful graphics up to 4K. Featuring all the things that made the past Forza Horizon games amazing, there are several different campaigns in game mode, in what is the largest open-world environment that the Forza series has ever had, this time set in Mexico. Different game modes include one where you need to pop piñatas and a level editor reminiscent of GTA 5's where players can design their own courses and game modes to share and be played by the community. Due to an incredible leap in the Horizon Live service, almost every vehicle you see on the road will be another player that you can join and immediately hop into game modes with, all starting on the release date of November 9th. Far Cry 6 was finally shown in all of its glory, along with a gameplay trailer and a Meet the Villain trailer showcasing the antagonist of the series, Anton Castillo. Set in the lush Caribbean island of Yara, 50 years after a bloody revolution has left the island isolated from the rest of the world, the antagonist Anton Castillo is the current presidente of Yara, ruling with an iron fist and brutal regime. He has plans to make his son the next tyrannical leader, whether his son agrees or not. The main protagonist of the series is Danny, a Yara-born rebel who has experienced the brutality of Anton's rule firsthand, and will stop at nothing to forge a new revolution to bring an end to his dictatorship. The game will be releasing later this year on October 7th, 2021. Last up for the Xbox and Bethesda Showcase is Battlefield 2042. Battlefield 2042 was announced with the return of the iconic All-Out Warfare franchise, featuring a dynamic changing battlefield with your squad in matches of up to 128 players, making for an unprecedented large-scale battle on vast environments. With all new multiplayer modes like Breakthrough, Conquest, and a new mode called Hazard Zone, a new specialist system is coming in which will allow you to choose your role on the battlefield and form handmade squads based upon Battlefield's 4 classes. The first specialist being Webster McKay, who has a grappling hook and the passive perk, Nimble, which allows the player to move more quickly while aiming down sights, further enhancing their speed-related advantages. The second specialist is Maria Felk, who has a Siret pistol that fires healing syringes, and the Combat Surgeon passive, which allows the player to return down allies to combat with full health when reviving them. The third specialist is Boris Guskovsky, who has a sentry turret and the passive ability Sentry Operator, which spots any enemy that the sentry gun locks onto. The fourth and final specialist is Wickus Van Dale, who has a recon drone and the passive ability Movement Sensor, which alerts the player to approaching enemies both while they are boots on the ground and piloting a recon drone. Finally, for the Nintendo showcase is Breath of the Wild 2. After many years of anticipation, Nintendo has announced The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. Announced during their E3 2021 panel, Breath of the Wild 2 will be releasing in 2022, with the trailer not giving away much in the way of game details. Link appears to be getting a new glove-like gadget with new and old abilities able to be used, and Ganon or some other evil being has attacked, raising Hyrule Castle into the sky. Not much else has been released, but I'll keep you guys updated as new information gets announced. And that's everything for this week's Tuesday Newsday. I want to say a quick thank you to my patrons for their continued support. You guys are absolutely insane, and I can't thank you guys enough. If there's any news you want me to see, cover, or if you just want to say hi, leave a comment down below. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and share the video as it really helps out the channel. And I'll see you guys again next Tuesday Newsday. I'm Jack Frost, signing off.